Okay, so this story in particular is a personal story that I want to share with you from my point of view.
Okay, go on.
So, my sister and I used to hear my mom tell us a bunch of stories from books. Like, the ones that are normally fairy tales that
like Cinderella,
end happily ever after,
Cinderella, Princess and the Frog,
yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. But sometimes, ever so often, she would tell us the story of Johnny, which she would really only do if we were naughty. So I remember, I don't know why, but she would always laugh it off as a joke.
Wait.
I would too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is this her experience? Like, did this happen to her? Or did she hear of this story?
She's heard this story. She still won't tell me if it's happened to her. So, at our old house, we had, not at the apartments that I was at, but at my house, like, when we were young, and my sister was little, like 3. So, we had this house, and it was fairly large. It had steps. So, if you haven't heard the story of Johnny, it basically involves a spirit, and if you get out of bed and you have no intention of getting back into bed, so if you had to go to the bathroom, Johnny wouldn't come because, like, you're not doing anything wrong. You're going right back to bed after you go.
Here's what I do.
But for example, if you sneak out at night, Johnny would come.
I have a question. So, here's what I do. Like, I would go downstairs. I'll tell my dad, like, I can't sleep. I sleep on the couch or something. Is that okay?
Well, as long as you have the intention of asking a parent.
Yeah.
Or, like, you're not doing anything. Now, for a long time, I remember my mom just laughed it off, and I kind of did too. Until one day it happened to me.
Okay.
So, since my little sister was 3, she somehow managed to climb out of her crib. Somehow, because she still had a crib because she was a very active baby. And if you gave her a normal bed, she would just run around like crazy. Yeah. So she had a crib, and she was fairly small. So, somehow, she managed to get out of her crib. And I wasn't sure what she was doing, but she kind of looked scared. So, I got up out of bed, I pushed her into the bathroom, and I stood by the room waiting for her to get out. Now, then, all of a sudden, I hear the sound of footsteps. Now, my parents were asleep, so I didn't know what that was. But it might have been my mom. I don't know if she was out of bed. So, I just brushed it off until I heard a voice. It was a cold voice that sounded like it was in pain, but like it didn't stop the pain. So, and then I hear the sound of walking steps. I knew immediately, right after he said his first words. He said, "Michael, I'm on the first step." Now, we only had 15 steps in our house, so it was pretty easy for him to get up the steps. But he would go slow and slow, and then he slowly got faster. I knew it was Johnny, and I was so paranoid that I couldn't move, and I didn't think my sister could either, because she wasn't coming back. Now, then, second, I hear the second step. Michael, I'm on the second step. Now, I was so scared, and then I heard it over and over and over and over. It got slowly faster, each time
revealing what step?
Revealing his face getting bigger and bigger as he was climbing the steps. And then all of a sudden I hear a cry, or a whimper from my sister. Now, I have no clue what happened, but something snapped in me and I ran, and right as he was going to reach the 15th step, I grabbed her, shoved her back into the crib, and then I ran into mine. I closed my eyes and hid under the covers, but I still heard his voice. "Hey, some reason, I decided to look at him. Now, I looked at him, and he had eyes that were somehow darker than he was. And so, since I saw this, it was a little bit creepy, I will admit. But that wasn't even the creepiest part. The worst part was his cold voice, as his dark shoes were right in front of our door. He was leaning forward, like he wanted to come into the room, but something stopped him, and we couldn't. Now, he looked at me, and with his cold, dying, hurt voice, he said, "I'll be back for her." Now, I had no clue what had happened, or why Michaela was out of bed that night. And she was 3. I mean, she could talk to me, but the next morning she decided to pretend like nothing happened, saying her little cutesy words like hungry, hungry, and like tough words like that, acting cute, and she still wouldn't tell me what happened. Now, I thought it was a little strange that every time I asked her, instead of saying tough words like I don't know or something like that, she said, "What are you talking about?" in the deepest voice that she could. Now, it's been 2 years. She's 5. She still says that nothing happens, and my mom still brushes it off as a joke. But every so often, I catch myself looking at steps creeped